The good things them make How many of we as Sierra go proud say we get national ID card? Instead, all day we prefer forget them card. We prefer for pay tax na other man country, but we can as alone when we own. When they say pay tax, increase space, they put that in bank bar. Life for be an example. One for talk but other possible. Now we all responsible, yeah? Me, you, and Papa government. Innocent fella Kuti, political Banika 2017. I got Lee on the beat.
Okay. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever everybody is. Today we dey come for talk about a very important topic where ethics and trust fails, everything fails. It's unfortunate we country get for go through this trauma where they go through so. It's unfortunate that after we spend 10 years fighting a war where most of we not understand, we get for reach the stage, Usai. The last thing we make we mortal man, the mental infrastructure of the society, it don't reach the level where even in governance, we dey see a deterioration and a lack of ethics. It's very unfortunate. And there are people in the society where they claim say they're educated. If you get education, the very first thing we for able get na ethics. What's in ethics? You ability for use your brain for know waiting good from waiting bad, waiting right from waiting wrong, na in ethics. If anybody go through school, then you add pantap, they go to university, you're not able to get that ability, then you should stop talking about going to school or even being educated. And the other thing where they confuse some of we is people feel because they have had some titles attached to them, then get the right for dictate and decide what's incorrect from what's wrong. No, it's not like that. Right, wrong, good, evil, this na consensus, nothing where everybody they sit down and say this is right for us, this is wrong for us, this is good for us, this is bad for us. Now, out of the considerations of good, evil, right, wrong, now they would make we laws them. Now they would create we governance structure. If we don't decide, say, this is how we want right to be, this is how we want wrong to be, this is how we want good to be, this is how we want evil to be, if we have taken that decision as a people, we don't spend time, we don't spend money, we don't spend resources for make the laws and make the rules and provide society with the guidelines way for make society run. Then one set of people come. They know they listen to them rules and they know they read them for interpret them. Then they do how they like. That set of people must be described as idiots. Idiots. They are nothing but idiots. A few days ago, I used the word idiot in a forum. Somebody say me insult them. An idiot, just like somebody who ignorant, not to insult. They describe an inability in somebody. You can be very educated, but at the same time, you can be an idiot. It depends on the way and manner you do things. The way and manner you they relate with other people. Now they make you an idiot or a non-idiot. You can know all within you learn book bang, but things then they where you don't know. Therefore, you are ignorant of those things that you don't know. Not to insult. Not to insult. If you have people who have been elected to govern a country, then they do things them unbecoming. Not so nothing they make them they do now because they are idiots. And we have to tell them that what you're doing is not correct. Stop being the idiot. Because you know they only put your own life and your own security at stake. They put the life and the security of a whole nation in danger. If we sit down, we don't tell them if anything go wrong, and some of we know say what in and they do wrong, then we have to hold our conscience responsible. And I'm not prepared for hold my conscience responsible for any Jack or Jane. What we see happening in our country today, the gross abuse of the constitutional provisions which prescribe the ethics of the society, the gross abuse of the laws of the land who provide the ethics of the country, the gross abuse of even relationships within groups that are supposed to stand together. Not a wicked God, wicked Bawio. If we sit down, we don't say it. If we country go into any crisis, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. Everybody loves to be powerful. Everybody wants to be praised for something. But how you do it is what matters. How you go about doing it is what matters. As far as Sierra Leone is today, I can conveniently call Sierra Leone a failed state. Sierra Leone is a failed state because we not seem forget any direction. We not seem forget any focus. We not even seem for know how for do, waiting for do. Just because those that have been given the responsibility, those upon whom people have reposed confidence, then they do things anyhow. And there is the glee. We don't do them. They dance over it. It's only idiots that behave that way, honestly. And we have to begin call it out. So begin to call it out. This idiocracy for stop, na Sierra Leone. It will stop because a lot is being destroyed quietly now. A lot is being done badly. We go reflect on the country for the next 30 and more years. It's not only about who is in power now when they get for come out. It's about what the consequences will be. What the consequences will be. I see some people have started trying to take advantage. Hey, he have told you, Al-Hussein al-Hassan, people, if people think one person can go and make Sierra Leone, they are very idiotic. A nation is not made or unmade. It can be unmade by one person. The idiocracy of somebody can unmake a country. But to build a country demands collective social consensus. As far as Sierra Leone is today, people should just keep quiet about me can do this better. You cannot. Let us examine what is wrong. Let us find out what is wrong. And let us try to correct it. And what is wrong in Sierra Leone is in our heads, the way we think. Too much of ego. I know this, I know that. I can do this. I am a descendant of this. I'm a descendant of that. That's our problem. Some people feel they are bigger than the collective called Sierra Leone. So they have a right to do as they like. Some people feel they are bigger than the collective called Sierra Leone. So they have to think and talk as they like. Some others feel it's their rights, it's their God-given rights to be leaders, and others have to follow them. The best way forward for Sierra Leone now, let us begin look at a national dialogue. Let us begin look at how we can come together and revise whatever systems we have for make we be inclusive and than exclusive. This winners take all politics. Now they destroy we. 60 years down the line, we're not able to do nothing. We are just moving backwards. We have to get serious in Sierra Leone. And for make we able get serious, we get for able begin trust we self. Trust. That's why I said where there is no ethics, where trust and ethics fail, everything fails. Ethics, now the key people them that internal self ability for say, now so we all don't agree so for do this, law do and so. Law not do and different. Now they give a group of people them for say, oh, then don't give you this responsibility. Do ya? Law we take them, law no loss we integrity, law no loss the trust we they don't put on we. And this is not only with the politicians. It's across the board. It's in all of us. It's in all of us. The Solomon, if you entrust them with a responsibility, you get money, say, do this thing for me. If you're not careful, that thing they bring una scatter one. Because if they bring the baroka inside, feel say is smart. We are always smart, but always with APN. We always think we are smart. Smart people don't stagnate. Smart people don't go backwards. They make progress. Bill Gates was smart. Look at him today. Steve Jobs was smart. Look, he left something. The Apple. Mark Zuckerberg is smart. Look at him today. Look around the world. In Africa, call the Dangotes, the Elumelus. These are smart guys. They use their smartness to make progress, and others are making prosperity out of their smartness. In Sierra Leone, we are smart. We don't make progress. We take out what should not be taken out. We misuse and abuse it. Years down the line, we end up like poor rats. Is that smartness, for God's sake? It's not. It's because we do all of this because we don't trust each other. We think we are smart because we don't trust each other. So behave in a way wherein we think whatever we do will give us the best advantage. Yeah, we may have temporary advantage within 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 1 month, you name it. But going down the line of time, your smartness comes back to you and you become poorer than you were and you lose the trust and integrity. One thing I think we get for begin understanding as alone is wealth for be rich, not to kapu kapu. For be rich, not to for do ungodly things. For be rich now a process, and it need connections. You need to get connections with people. How do you get these connections? You get to get trust. People for trust you. If they don't trust you, you don't have that connection. People for trust you, and at the same time, you get to maintain the trust. You get forget what they call integrity. When they don't trust you with something, you for keep that trust by not doing something that is idiotic. I don't care who that you be. You can be head of state, you can be belly of state, you can be foot of state, whichever way you want for column. But if you don't keep the trust that people have put in you, if you dey do things anyhow because you feel say by the favor what the people then do, what they elect you, then you don't be then God, then you are nothing but an idiot. Any man would they walk against his own house for destroying house, na idiot. And we have had several idiots in Sierra Leone. I make a country not they go before. People think when they go into offices, it's their turn to do as they like and reach themselves or get access to state fund, misuse and abuse them. We have seen down the line how most of them they end. We have seen how them begin and they end. And some of these children will always go around thinking, oh, now papa them in the ruler, so get right for ruler. That's another idiotic way of thinking. Your father's work, your mother's work has nothing to do with your ability to be ethical and to maintain trust and integrity. It's your responsibility, it's not their record to keep. It's just like when somebody go, he gets a university degree, now he get am, not to property where they transfer to him picking. Now the same thing with trust and ethics in society. Your parents don't transfer whatever trust and ethics they've built for themselves to you. You have to do it yourself. And if you don't do it well, if you then give you power, say control ya, you misuse them, then you are nothing but an idiot. And when idiots they lead a country, then they dismantle the thing we hold the country together. Every country gets the same thing we hold them together. That is the spirit of commonality, the spirit of togetherness, the spirit of a social agreement that we are one people. It no matter if they all come up from different linguistic background, then come up from different ethnic background, but that social spirit, that ability for say, let us live together as a people within the same geopolitical area. When people then they lead a country where they do things anyhow, then they destroy that spirit. And when that spirit is destroyed, the nation becomes broken. When the nation gets broken, it goes into crisis. It goes into war. That is why when ethics and trust fails in society, every other thing fails. Every other thing. So, with what's in the go on our country, if people are afraid to say it, some of us are not. It's this time, some of us are stepping up to say, please, 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 if you cannot do it, don't destroy it. If you cannot make it, don't unmake it. Please. There is one thing each and every one of we get for member. We get for member say, with a pass here and with a left we mark on earth. The mark we they left on earth can be picking them. It can be a name with a link we to other people them we connect to with blood or with DNA. Whatever we they do, we get for do them with the consideration that we are not alone. Whatever destruction we call now, it go visit we. If you not visit we picking them, it go visit to fumble them. So if we cannot do it, let us don't destroy it. If we cannot make it, let us don't unmake it. It's time we begin to behave on the platform we then put we. It's time we begin to behave on the respect we then give we. If we don't, if anything happens to us in the future, then we cannot blame anyone. We would only have ourselves to blame. If we don't know how to do things as public officials, ask. There are a lot of people down there with the experience. There are a lot of international people that can give you tutelage on how to behave as public officials. Public officials. There are a lot of people out there who can mentor you on what to say in public as public officials. Don't drag our nation to the mud. It's in the mud already, but don't drag it further. Please. Don't drag it further. Today, I'm not going to talk long. I will cut them short, but to the point. I'm not going to go join no club or party or voting for talk with your one talk. I dey talk am because I have a right as a Sierra Leonean, somebody born in Sierra Leone, for say what is wrong about my country. Because if things go wrong there, it get for affect me, whether directly or indirectly, it get for affect me. If you are given a task to do, you cannot do it, ask for advice. Ask for coaching. Read, educate yourself, find out, research. But if you think because you have been given a task and you have the ultimate mandate to do as you like, if you destroy things, it will come back to you. And when it come to you, it come tenfold. And then there will be no hiding place for you or not. I want to take note, say, technology don't reach the point where if you are a person of interest, you cannot hide. Technology don't reach the point where from your iPhone, are they able to monitor things with the thousands of miles away. From your iPhone, are able to put on and off devices that are in my house. In the salon, are they Ghana, are they Kenya, just going to it, opening the app, are able. And from the same phone, are able to monitor things that are walking around when I'm in area of job. If they want to see and hear you talking in your room, they can today. There is the technology. It may be expensive to acquire. But if they want to see you, if they want to eavesdrop on you, anywhere you are, it's done. If you are a person of interest. So now ever think say, I go do this with 10 car run. You have no place to run to. You have no place to run to. Especially if you cause trouble where the international community, they come in and say, look, we are fed up with this thing. You would have no place to hide. Now, when I don't begin challenge the international community. Kriyoge parable say, po man no say, big mot no say, master po. Una left. Una left for, una left. If one man cook for you, you go eat. But if the whole world cook for you, you're not able to eat amo. Itu boku. And I go far today. Short, but to the point. I am saying this because I consider myself not as a political stakeholder in Sierra Leone, but as somebody who is a stakeholder and one who considers himself to be a trustee of the welfare of that country. I will not sit back and see all this rubbish going on. Now, we don't begin get on social media audio messages and this and that. All man, they use all kind language, whether they curse and talk all kind bad word when of talk in public. Because people who have been given responsibility have started acting as idiots. This idiocracy, lay done, boo. Don't try change now. Una try sit down quietly and ask yourself, are we on the right path? Yeah, you may think your what I'm planning is correct. We do this, we confuse this, we make this, we win next election. But I swear to God, if they don't want to win next election, you know they win them. You know how you can have power. You know. It's no secret, you know. I don't have to say it to you. Logically, it's not possible to make people then vote. The party will get the majority, not get the majority in the presidency. That's not logically possible. If you have been given that opportunity, it's because they trusted you. Now you don't lost that trust. So try you. Try. Then you order yourself. Order yourself now. Order yourself now. I will stop there for today.